Hey guys, just wanted to touch base with you by way of video as opposed to email, which I've been neglecting to send out for the past few weeks anyway. So I figured I'd make up for it with a video. Just wanted to talk to you guys in regards to student ministry coming up in the fall here as we transition into another rhythm, another season of ministry. Wanted to find out where you guys are at. I feel like I've lost some connection with some of you, due in part to the variation of summer ministry and Sundays and Wednesdays and vacations and other leadership responsibilities and just all kinds of things going on. I know myself, I've been hugely focused on building relationships with the students, and I've neglected to pour into you guys as much as I want to, um, and that's my fault. But I want to take steps to change that and to begin to focus on you guys as well. Having said that, I would like for you guys to think through your involvement in student ministry, where you see yourself fitting, what you think your continued involvement would be as we move into the fall. Um, would like to do some leadership training coming up here in the next few weeks. And with that, I need to know from you guys what would work best. Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, get together at somebody's house, talk through some stuff um, in place of a Sunday night that we already have. Um, I want to make it doable for you guys. I don't just want it to be another meeting that you've got to go to on your schedule because I hate those too. But we need to clarify our vision and get on the same page with where we're taking student ministry. I've been giving it a ton of thought over the course of the past few months, and I'm convinced that we're not making disciples well. We are not doing really what we're called to do. We're not fulfilling the mission that Jesus has given us. We're staying busy with lots of things, but we're not really making disciples who make disciples. I'm convinced that the answer is not to do more, but to do what we're already doing with gospel intentionality. And I'll explain that as we get into our some of our training. Um, but I would ask you guys to begin to think through which students you've connected with, which students seem to gravitate towards you, respond well to you. Do you have a few students who you feel like you're getting to know well? You know about them, you're beginning to get to know them instead of just facts about them. Are you opening up and letting them into your life? Because those are the students that I'm going to ask you to pour into as we go into the fall, to focus on, to have them over to your house, to be involved in their life, to be invested in them, to do life together with them. And we'll talk more about that too. If you don't have anyone in mind, I would ask you to begin to cultivate some of those relationships intentionally. Begin to create an environment where connection can happen. Um, so think through those things. Let me know what day would seem to work better for you and your family to do some training. I'd love to talk through some of what I've been thinking through and praying through. And God is just overwhelmingly leading me to a different paradigm than what we're currently doing. And I'm desperate to flesh this thing out with you guys. Um, the other thing I want to bring to your attention this Sunday night, September 6th, we're finishing up our summer Sundays. It'll be the last week in Ephesians. I'll be finishing up teaching that. And then the following week, September 13th, we're kind of kicking off our fall Sunday nights. We'll be up in the gym to start doing a gym game, and then we're going to keep the student worship going. So we'll move down to the lecture hall for that. And then instead of teaching through a big series or anything like that, I really want to focus on small group discussion. So probably what I'll do is take 5 or 10 minutes, kind of unpack a concept, open up a text, and then we'll separate out. We're all throughout the ground floor of the building there, youth room, lecture hall, other whatever other areas we need to really focus on some small group development, and discussing through some concepts. And I really need you guys to be able to lead those things, to be able to facilitate that discussion. So just to give you a heads up on that. The other big thing is Geraldine and I are not going to be here the night of the 13th. We're actually taking a couple days that weekend and getting away for a little bit. We've not been able to do that since we started here at the church. So we really want to take some time, a couple days, and and get away, disengage from what's going on. So I will need you guys to step up that night, to be there, to be available, to lead some discussion that night without me. And you certainly can do that. You certainly don't need me. This thing doesn't hinge on me or what I do. At least I don't want it to. And I feel like that's a little bit of what happened in the summer, but I want to get away from that. So let me know if you're available, if you'll be there the 13th, if you are interested in leading a discussion. Obviously, the game and the worship will happen as well. So just to give you a heads up on that, and then we'll be rolling. So looking forward to getting together with you guys in the next couple weeks and kind of unfolding, clarifying our vision, where we want to go. The other thing I wanted to mention is if you know someone who has expressed interest in helping with student ministry. I know some of you have talked to me about some potential people, some potential couples. Do me a favor, talk to them, let them know, hey, we're going to do some leader training coming up soon. We want you guys to come. We want you to be a part of that so you can find out if you fit into student ministry. So that's kind of what we got going. It's a lot, I know. Do me a favor, touch base with me, let me know, and have a great week.